Do you want to build a 26er kids bike that is light, nimble, fast? We're going to talk to you today about the 26er carbon bike from DIY Carbon Bikes. You can build this bike, a full carbon bike, for as little as about $1,200, for as light as 18 pounds. You might wonder, why does a child need a carbon bike? Well, carbon is light. And you look at the bikes that we ride, percentage-wise, they're pretty light compared to our body weight. But for a child, that's not always the case. And a heavy bike means that it's hard for them to maneuver it. You go to Walmart and you buy a 50-pound kid's bike, they're basically not going to be able to mountain bike with it. It's going to be nearly impossible for them to maneuver it. So a carbon bike is going to be light, and that is so important for a kid to learn the skills of mountain biking and to be able to get on the trail and have fun. And that's what we want. We want more kids to be on bikes. And you might say, well, I've never thought about a Carbon Kids mountain bike because a Carbon Kids mountain bike is just too expensive. But that's what we're here for. And so we're going to talk to you today about a 26er build. And this build kit is on our website at DIYcarbonbikes.com. And this build kit that we're going to show you will give you the parts, and you can click on the parts and you can order them, start building this bike. And the cool thing too is you're able to build this bike with your child. And so when you build this bike with your child, it's something you're able to do together. You're able to teach them the process of how to build a bike, all the ins and outs of how the bike works. And that's just not possible if you go and buy it at a store or you buy it at a bike shop. So this is a really cool opportunity and to build a really cool bike for a really good price. So we're going to go through this build kit today. I'm going to click on some of your options and just give you some options for building up this bike to build up a dream carbon bike for your little shredder. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so we are going to go through this build kit list and just look at the parts because we offer a couple different options for this build kit. Okay, we offer a iron build, we offer a bronze build, we offer a silver build, and we offer a gold build. Oh, and we offer a platinum build. So looking at the prices and the weights, you are looking at about 18 pounds for the platinum build at about $3,400. But you are getting for that wireless shifting, XTR brakes, full SRAM drivetrain, all carbon, DT350 hubs on your DIY carbon bike wheels. So you're getting a lot of cool stuff for that price. But you could also come down over to the iron build, and at $1,200, you could build up a carbon bike, which is a really good price. If you compare this to the carbon bikes on the market for kids at the 26er size, it's very different. The prices are very different. And we'll kind of look at that in this video at the end. So let's just go through. We'll start here with the iron build. And I'll put in the YouTube sections so you can click and go to which one you want to look at particularly. But when you're looking at this here, essentially the iron build is going to be all Bucklo's off-brand type component. And that doesn't mean it's bad necessarily. A lot of them operate similarly to the branded parts, but they're going to be a lot cheaper because they don't have the name. So with the iron build, you go here with the Bucklo wheels. And these Bucklo wheels are not going to be carbon. So only on the iron build are they not carbon. Okay, on the other wheel sets they are. But this is only $169 for the set. Okay, and you're able to build up the set pretty easily, and you can run them tubeless. You just need to tape them up and put some valves in them with tubeless tires that we're going to say for you to use. So that will work. So those are the Bucklos. And by the way, we are partners with Amazon, and so by you clicking on these links, it helps us out just a little bit and is at no cost to you, so that we can continue to do what we are doing here at DIY Carbon Bikes. So for the fork, for the iron build, you have the Bucklo's fork, and you just want to make sure to click the tapered, and because the frame is tapered, so you want to make sure to tapered. And you're going to get the 26er fork. So you're going to click on the size here, 26er, and you'll be good to go. For the cranks, we are doing the same cranks for all the builds, okay? So these are kids cranks, and they're shorter for kids. These are GXP, so they work with the GXP standard, which we'll talk about in a second. This actually comes with a bottom bracket, but that bottom bracket won't actually work with our frame, so we have to give you a bottom bracket to order on that. It also comes with a chain ring, but we don't love this chain ring because the chain ring has a guard on it that just doesn't look that good. But it's GXP chain ring, so we're going to adjust one of those GXP chain rings in the bottom. But this is only $60. And you can select kind of what tooth you want. We offer some recommendations here on what teeth we would recommend and for the height what length of the crank we recommend. Okay, and so for both our iron build and our bronze build, we're going to recommend the microshift drivetrain. The microshift drivetrain, we've talked about it before, is very affordable and it gives a lot of range for a great cost. You have the microshift 10-speed cassette, it's $50, and it gives a lot of range. Okay, so you get I believe a 48 tooth. Yes, a 48 tooth on this. It's great. That's almost Eagle 10 to 50 for a 10-speed. So that's really good. And then, of course, with that, you want to go with your derailleur, and you want the Advent X derailleur, and you want to go with the Advent X shifter, and you want to go with the 10-speed chain. We recommend for all the builds just straight lock-on grips, and we just put here lock-on grips, and you can pick what you want. Any of these work. We recommend lock-on. I used to recommend the ESI and the ones that kind of slide on, the silicone, but those are so hard to get on and off. It was just awful. These lock-on, and there's so many options you can choose from. So that's for all the builds. For the seat post, we recommend a simple Bucklows 31.6 post is what you'll need for this bike, and usually 350 is going to be enough for a child. It's only $20, and it's just a carbon or a aluminum post. For the brakes, we recommend hydraulic. You got to have hydraulic, and we love Shimano brakes. They're easy to bleed. They're easy to set up if you're doing DIY. These are the Shimano MT200. They are wonderfully priced. And they are right now, it seems like they're $80. We've seen them as low as 56, just depending. And so these are really good brakes. They work well. There's no bells and whistles, but they get the job done. They're safe. They last for years without any maintenance. Okay, so those are good. We recommend the SDG saddle for every one of our builds. And the SDG saddle, you can select different colors, which you can select the color with our frame too, which is cool. For the rotors, we recommend simple rotors here. You can't go wrong with rotors. They're all made of the same material. These are really well priced. They're going to be a little heavier for what you get, but that's okay really in the grand scheme. We'll look at that. Okay, we recommend a flat MTB aluminum bar for this iron build. You don't really need to get a really wide bar for a kid's build because their stance is already pretty narrow. We recommend the Wake stem, which is just a simple stem, and you can select some different colors here to match whatever you want to go with. We did green on our build. And then, like I said, we recommend this ring because it doesn't have that chain guard. It looks a lot better. The ring's only about $23. We recommend here which ones you would select based on if you're in a hilly area, a light hills area, or a very flat area, 30, 32, and 34. You want to get the 6mm offset because this frame is not boost. Okay, so that will bring you at about 25 pounds and about $1,200. So that's great. And of course, you select this frame, which goes with every one of them. And of course, you can do colors with our frames. You have color options. We have these chameleon options. We have the standard color options, so you can really customize, which is cool. You can't do that if you just walk into a bike shop. Okay, so we're going to look briefly at the bronze build, and we're going to kind of build off of what we looked at. For the bronze build, we start going with the carbon wheels from DIY Carbon Bikes. Now, you can't beat these. These start at $555, and even at $555, you're getting a full carbon wheel set, and you can customize the colors. You can customize the decals. And notice in our build, we recommend what exactly to put here. So if it says a 26 or 30mm rim, you select your 26 or 30mm. The hub for this one, we're going to select Novitec, which are affordable and great hubs. They do a good job. Okay, we're going to recommend for the fork, the RockShox Judy. Okay, this one is 80mm. Okay, I don't think that's a big deal, honestly. When you're talking about a 26er bike, 80mm feels like 120. Okay, so 80's fine. But you can go with the other fork if you want to, but we recommend here the Judy. It's only $295, and the only downside of it's a little heavier. Okay, the same kids cranks we recommended in the iron build, the same drivetrain that we recommended in the iron build. Okay, so you're just upgrading the fork. This is the big upgrade to carbon wheels. Same grips, the lock-on grips we recommended. Now you upgrade the seat post to a carbon seat post from DIY Carbon Bikes. This is $55 for a carbon seat post. It's going to lighten it up for you. The same SDG Fly Junior saddle. Okay, we're going to upgrade the disc brakes to the MT500. They're going to be a little lighter, a little more expensive, and it looks like today even they're about the same price. So these are good. They're going to be just a little more solid and a little lighter, but otherwise pretty similar. You have to get the front and the rear when you're buying those. Okay, we recommend upgrading to the RT56 rotors. Those are $23 a piece. You want to get 160mm, and those are really good rotors, really good price, and they're lighter than these generic rotors over there. So you're then going to go with the tires we're going to recommend, and I don't even think I said this on the other build, but for all of our builds, we're going to recommend the Cis Ardent EXO 26er tires. And you want to select here 26er 2.4 EXO, okay? 26er 2.4 EXO. Here's the thing. Go with 2.4. They fit on the frame. They give more cushion. And studies show they don't even really slow you down. They give you a little more weight. If you really wanted to, you could go down to a 26 2.5 if you didn't care about the width. You could also do a 2.25 on the rear and a 2.4 on the front. So that rotation mass. But we like 2.4 front and back. I can't go wrong with a little more cushion on a hardtail for a kid. So just a helpful thing to think about. We look here at the bars and we start upgrading to our integrated bars. As you saw on the site here, these integrated bars just look really good on this bike. And so you can't go wrong with them. And so we recommend them for every build outside of the iron build. And so the cost on those is $135, but you don't have to buy a stem. So just keep that in mind, which is nice. Okay, we recommend the same ring, and this comes out about 23 pounds. You save about 2 pounds off the iron build. You get name brand products, you get carbon wheels, and you spend a little more. Okay, moving on to the silver build. Okay, the silver build, same frame, obviously. The wheels, we're simply going to upgrade to Fast Ace. The Fast Ace hubs are going to have a higher engagement. They're going to have that nice buzz. It's a little more blingy, a little more better engagement. I would also recommend going up to the 1420 spokes. These are bladed spokes that have the same strength, but they're going to save you some weight. Okay, for the fork, we're going to start upgrading at this point to the RockShox Reba. This is $470, but it's going to be nice. It's an air fork. The Judy's an air fork too, but you're going to save some weight here and have a little bit more quality of a fork. This is the one that we have on our bike here, our demo bike that we built. And it's just really a good looking fork, a great fork. So we recommend the Reba for all of the shocks gold and up or silver and up, okay? Because there's really nothing better than the RockShox Reba at 26. There's no Fox 26. There's no like Sid 26. So that's really the best you can get. So that's what we recommend there. Same cranks. We start here recommending to go ahead and go up to the SRAM NX. So you get that 12 speed. Because of that, or never mind, you still choose the standard driver there. But, you get the SRAM NX cassette, which is nice. You get the SRAM NX derailleur, which is nice. SRAM NX shifter. And so you upgrade to SRAM. It's a little nicer, a little better looking. It's $214 compared to the $162, and it's a little bit heavier. But, again, you're getting lock-on grips, the same saddle. Upgrading slightly on the brakes to the Dior. Okay, a little more blingy, a little better looking, a little lighter. Okay, the parts are a little more higher quality. Okay, same RT56 brakes, same Ardent tires, the same integrated bars. The Ring GX, same. So here you're going to shed off about a pound. You're going to spend a little bit more. Okay. Now, what are we upgrading when it comes to the gold build as far as recommendations? Same wheels. Okay. You need to get the XD driver because we're going to upgrade to the GX cassette in the GX drivetrain. The GX drivetrain is lighter significantly. Okay, the GX drivetrain is just quality. You get that better looking cassette. It really looks a lot better. You get that nice GX derailleur. You get that nice GX shifter on the GX chain that has that kind of pattern on it, which looks nice. The lock grips. We're going to upgrade the post here now to the ultralight post. It's a little more expensive, about $30, but the post is about 100 grams lighter and it has a titanium bolt. Okay, so it's really nice. Same rotors here. Actually, I upgraded to the 66 rotors. These are going to be a little lighter. You can see here that instead of around 290 grams, we're looking here, instead of 300 grams, about 230 grams for two. Same tires, Maxxis Ardent, EXO, tubeless ready. Same integrated bar, same ring. You're going to shed weight because of going with the GX, okay? And so you're going to shed some weight going to the GX. You're going to shed some weight going to the Dior brakes, and you're going to shed some weight going with the light post, and so that'll get you down, and you've spent a little more. Okay, now we have the blingy bling platinum build. Okay, now same frame, obviously, JK26 wheels. We upgraded to the DT350. What's great about the DT350 is it is extremely easy to maintain. The rest of them don't need much maintenance, but when they do, the parts that are required take a little more time to get. DT350, you can pop things in and out. Everything's easy. It's all online everywhere, and you can just get it super easy. We recommend 1420 spokes XC driver, so otherwise it's the same. You could do a couple different hubs, okay? So you could do a Hope hub if you want to go really blingy. It's going to be about the same price. Okay, you could do the DT240 hub. It's going to be lighter. It's going to be a bit more expensive, about $200. So those are really your options rather than the 350. Okay, the RockShox Reba. Again, there's really nothing better. The cranks, same thing. There's no Carbon Kids cranks, so we're not going to be able to upgrade to that. Here's where the big difference is. It's really in the brakes and in this. So you're getting Axis wireless shifting. So you need to buy all these parts. You would get here. Now I recommend, this is technically the XO SRAM cassette, XG 1299. You got some different colors here. The price on it is not quite as expensive as the X1, and that's why I recommend it, because it's the same weight. So that's what I'd recommend there. The GX wireless derailleur. Now you could go with like an X1 wireless derailleur and XO wireless derailleur, but the honest thing is it's not that much better. It's like slightly lighter, and that's it. And so it really doesn't even make that big of a difference, and you save a good bit of money. Okay, get the wireless shifter. So this is the wireless shifter for the GX chain. That's your big upgrade. And wireless shifting is just awesome. And it's really easy for kids to use. You don't have to kind of pull that cable. You just kind of hit it and it, chink, switches. So kids really like the wireless shifting, and it's just really easy to maintain. I'm at the point where I've switched wireless derailleurs onto bikes for 4 years, and I'm sticking with the same one. It's just so nice to switch. So it really is nice. Okay, same lock-on grips, the same titanium ultralight carbon post, the same saddle. There's really not a titanium kid saddle. We would upgrade here the brakes to the XTR. Okay, so the XTR brakes are just going to be lighter, and they have the same quality. They're a bit more expensive, but you're shedding a good bit of weight there. Okay, you're shedding, half a pound just in your brakes. Okay, we recommend those same RT66, the same Maxxis Ardents. You could go Icons here if you're really going for a speed bike, and you could go 2.25 or 2.2 Icons for a little less weight. Integrated bar, same thing. This bike's going to come out around 18 pounds. So that's really light for a kid. It's going to be $3,500, around $3,450. So again, you can't beat this. This is really just a great way to build a bike for a kid. So we really do recommend our bike here. If you're building up a bike, it's a dream bike you can build with your child. You can have those memories together, building it. You can customize it with the colors that they like. Kids really like the colors, so you can order the color you want. You can build this up from the ground up. And if you don't have much money, it's $1,200 the bottom end, and you're getting a carbon bike. Or you can go to the top. And of course, you can always mix and match. Okay, you can always mix and match, and you can always pick, I like this fork and I like this drivetrain, but I don't like this. And you can mix and match through our builds. So visit our site, DIYcarbonbikes.com. You can share the video, and we hope that this is really helpful to you.